In this video, I'm going to share with you guys a company that made history by becoming one of the most valuable company that is traded on the stock market, and how this can be very lucrative for you, where you could start making a decent amount of money from this particular company. So let's get into this video. So the company that I'm speaking of is Nvidia. So it's one of the top AI company. It's the #1 AI company right now, and it's leading, it's dominating the AI area right now. This company, the first public traded company to hit $4 trillion market value. So what does this mean? So market value is the selling of an asset or company on the open market based on what buyers are willing to pay and what sellers are willing to accept. So in other words, somebody's willing to pay $4 trillion for this company. And so currently, as I'm recording this right now, the company's traded for about $163. About a year ago, the company, before it did a split, it was traded at about $1,200. Prior to it hitting over $1,000 or $1,200, it went from about if I'm not mistaken, about $226. Short period of time, the company jumped from that to over $1,000. So how is this can be beneficial for you? So if you come here, right? If you come here and say it was about say $1,200, right? And you minus 226, that'll be about a $974 profit that you could get if the stock go from about 226 to about 1,200. Like, but in option world, right? Say you come here on one of these, accounts, right? And you press simulated return on an option contract, and say you scroll all the way out like this, and it's telling you what if the price is at $177.47, this is what the profit could be, the potential return. And then say right now it's at about 163, right? Say it goes up in a few months to, let's say, $800, right? Let's look at this simulated return. Let's say $800, about $800, right? In option world. Say about $800, right? So now you'll be sitting on about $51,000, as you can see from this simulated return. So if the stock move to a certain level, this is only about a $637 difference, but in option world, this is the potential that it could potentially be, right? Say you got it at 163, right, the stock, and you sell that about $800, right? You'll make about $637, right? But in option, if you get the contract that is have the right expiration, of maybe a little bit further out, the right expiration, and you choose the right strike price and stuff, you could make about $51,000. So that's the power of how option can be. And keep in mind, you could only lose what you put in an option. It's a possibility if you're in the right company and you choose the right expiration date and the strike price, so that you can see this thing play out. If you guys need some help with learning option, you could check out my free webinar down below in the link, or you could just, if you want to apply for my coaching program, you could apply down the link as well. So I recommend learning this skill. If it's not from me, it could be somebody else, but learning this skill because it can help you to build generational wealth. If you just move about $637, you could make about $51,000. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Let's level up together. Remember, for His glory. Peace.